Faithfully delivering value, exploring global literary treasures. Hi, this is Sally's Book Club. Today we're diving into the biography of Steve Jobs. Jobs was the founder of Apple Inc. in America. He dropped out at 17, founded Apple at 21, became a millionaire by 25, got ousted at 30, then made a triumphant comeback at 40 to save Apple from bankruptcy. Um, After stepping down as Apple's CEO at 56, he passed away 2 months later. He revolutionized technology with creations like iMac, iPod, and iPhone, building the world's most valuable company and leaving an enduring legacy. So, what shaped Jobs and how did he change our world? If you're curious about these questions, today's book has the answers. In 1984, Jobs clashed with media over an unauthorized profile, leading to his 27-year biography embargo until facing terminal cancer. He then handpicked Walter Isaacson, media heavyweight and former CNN Time leader, as his biographer. An acclaimed writer of Einstein and Kissinger biographies, Isaacson gained unprecedented access. Jobs shared untold stories and urged colleagues to cooperate while famously relinquishing creative control. He told Isaacson, "This is your book, I won't read it." This unprecedented trust resulted in the most authentic Jobs portrait. We'll explore this biography in two parts: pre 1985 Apple era and post return Renaissance. First, let's begin with part one, the formative years. Adopted at birth, Jobs inherited intellect from biological parents and unconditional love from adoptive ones, a duality shaping his complex personality. Jobs' biological mother, Joanne Schiebel, came from a Midwestern Catholic family. During graduate school, she fell for a Syrian Muslim teaching assistant, resulting in Jobs' conception. After marrying and having a daughter, they eventually divorced. Jobs' biological father later owned a restaurant. Years later, he excitedly told his daughter about tech elites visiting his diner, even the famous Jobs himself. But he never realized the generous tipper he shook hands with was his own son. They never reunited. Adoptive father Paul Jobs was a 211 veteran mechanic who settled in San Francisco with Clara. After losing fertility through accident, they adopted in 1955. And initially seeking educated parents, the birth mother's chosen couple wanted a girl instead, leaving the high school dropout Jobs family to adopt, with college fund promise. Signing the agreement, they named him Stephen Paul Jobs. His father refurbished cars in their garage to save college money. Young Jobs learned through garage sessions and junkyard parts hunting with dad. Though never passionate about mechanics, he developed electronics fascination. The adoptive parents deeply cherished him. They relocated to top school districts at great financial cost. Before college, father only fought him twice over marijuana use and moving in with girlfriend. So mother Clara remained his emotional anchor. He only contacted birth mother after her passing. Young Jobs was no angel. His brilliance made schoolwork boring, fueling mischief. Once lit firecrackers under teacher's chair, causing seizures. In high school, he and Wozniak, Apple's co-founder, unfurled giant middle finger banner at graduation, a massive, obscene hand gesture on bedsheet canvas. College-bound, Jobs defied expectations, choosing expensive Reed College for humanities over practical engineering. He threatened college or nothing. Adoptive parents sacrificed to enroll him, and arriving 1,000 kilometers away, Jobs refused parental escort, walked in alone. First girlfriend Chris Ann Brennan said adoption left deep scars. Their daughter's mother claimed abandonment cycle repeated. Friend Andy traced Jobs' cruelty to primal abandonment trauma. Jobs denied this, insisting adoptive love filled any void. But he acknowledged feeling different from parents profoundly shaped him. This duality fueled relentless self-discovery quest. Existential confusion drove his unconventional path forward. Jobs' adolescence coincided with hippie culture's peak decade. The counterculture's anti-authoritarian ethos deeply molded him. 1967 Atlantic article spotlighted San Francisco's hippie movement. The most fascinating hippie aspect noted was their predominantly middle class American origins. Campuses overflowed with privileged youth exploring identity through protests, drugs, and free love. They famously protested Vietnam War with "Make Love, Not War" chants. When Jobs entered college in 1972, hippie culture shifted from anti-war to spiritual awakening. Reed College epitomized this transition with psychedelic enlightenment movements. Students embraced mantras like turn on, tune in, drop out. With 33% dropout rate, Jobs joined this countercultural wave. He embraced asceticism, meditation, LSD, Valley Records replacing material comforts, a barefoot outlier living in unheated garages, surviving bottle deposits, auditing random classes between spiritual quests. This quest eventually led him to Zen Buddhism, initially exploring Eastern philosophy through books and peers, later journeying to India where he had his head shaved by a Hindu guru, questionable initiation, hardly monastic. Friends witnessed him arguing over diluted milk with vendors. After 7 months, he returned, seeking guidance from Japanese Zen master Kobun Chino, studying meditation under Kobun, even contemplating monastic life in Japan, until Kobun wisely advised, practice Zen through living, not abandoning life, lest we gain monk but lose visionary. Though Zen didn't bring Jobs inner peace, its eliminate the superfluous philosophy shaped his minimalist design ethos. Every product he later developed embodied this philosophy. Buddhism's emphasis on intuition fundamentally influenced his management style. Even as CEO, he preferred prototyping in design studios over analytical reports, a quintessential hands-on approach. He famously declared, intuitive understanding beats abstract analysis in interviews. Beyond spirituality, hippie idealism equally shaped his worldview. In his 2005 Stanford speech, he quoted the Whole Earth catalog, "Stay hungry, stay foolish," becoming his defining mantra